1 win out of 3, but given the nature of the losses, are you and the team a bit frustrated only having 2 points at the moment?
We are frustrated at only having a couple of points on the board, but we're also buoyed by the fact that we spoke at the beginning of the year about being consistent in performance, and the outcome is something that you control by performance. I think at the moment we've played against 2 sides that have been really desperate, that everybody's put a lot of pressure on. Warrington had a great preparation of 8 days leading into the game that they needed to win. We came off a really tough game against Castleford and lost by a point. But I think when you look at us all wholly as a group, you see that we're pretty strong.
I think you mentioned after the game, Dennis, I think 4 of the 5 tries in the match were from kicks, so that suggests good defence from both sides. Looking at it from your angle, from your attacking angle, do you feel that there's more to come there and things aren't quite as you'd like?
We need to click a little bit better attacking. But we get over the try line twice and we don't get the ball down. If Jay Chapel puts the ball down, it looks like a completely different game. It's 3 tries apiece. Hep gets over in the first half. We've got another couple of opportunities and 1 pass away. So we're not far off. We're creating opportunities. We've got some energy about us in our attack. It's just now taking those opportunities. I think when you look at all four of the tries from the kicks, you see a tremendous amount of skill, and they're hard to break down. They're hard to stop those kind of tries. Atkins has been doing that for 10 years. It's a tough ask to stop that 2 very, very accurate kicks. The defence is under pressure. I think the same can be said of Christian Inu and the kicks that we put in to create the tries that he scored. I think one defensive lapse from us, just a lack of focus for a second, and Steph Ratford sneaks through a hole.
You mentioned about Jay Chapel not being happy with himself, not scoring that try, but his overall performances in the 3 games so far have been good.
He's been exceptional. I think it's been hard to pick anybody who's not played really well over these first 3 rounds. Everybody's contributed. Are there things in the game that we need to work on and get rid of? Yeah, of course, yeah. That's the nature of not being satisfied with the fact that we're only on 2 points. We should have had hopefully 6. But we can see the development, and it's not getting too. And you have to be careful, like you said. It's not getting too upset with not winning games, and recognise the improvement in the side and how well we're actually playing, and know that if we keep to our guns and stick to what we're doing and just keeping improving in little areas and cutting out dumb errors, silly penalties, then we can actually get the points that we deserve. And I think the lads all feel that we're doing the right thing. We've got to keep doing it, but now we've just got to take that next step and get the victories on the board.
Danny Craven had his first goal of the year. Didn't he come off the bench, played centre, which is not what he normally plays? Thought he ran with a lot of enthusiasm, though. Is he pushing himself forward for?
He's back in the mix now, and I say all the way through pre-season, just a couple of knocks and bumps. He had an operation on his ankle to clear out some stuff, which set him back a little bit. He hurt himself when he just got back into recovery mode. He's in that top 19, 20 players that are always up for selection. I think he's put himself in that mix by the quality of his pre-season training and what he did last year.
Did you come off Friday's game injury-free as far as you're aware, Dennis?
At the moment, yeah, we're pretty good. Like I say, it's always bumps and bruises. We've not really had anybody reporting anything over the last 2 days. So I'm hopeful today we'll get them on the field, get them moving, and everybody will come through and we can put some real tough sessions in the middle of the week.
I presume Lloyd White didn't play because he was still recovering from the illness he has. Is he likely to be?
Yeah, he's in the mix. Yeah, he's back in the mix. Hopefully Alex Gerrard as well will run with the team this week after spending the last 3 weeks with the physios getting in a prep to play mode. So he's hopefully going to be back in the mix as well, which is always nice if everybody's healthy. Like I say, the Albert brothers are ready to go as well. Alex Gerrard is back in the mix. Ted Chapel's fighting hard to get himself in and get on level terms with his brother. So it's a good place to be in that middle there. Like I say, the one blip on it all is obviously Charlie Ronseman, but like I say, he's running around like a schoolboy at the moment. There's nothing wrong with his body. He's healthy. He's just under specialist instruction. He can't really can't go into any kind of contact for the next couple of weeks while he's on some medication to try and heal his throat.
I'm going to guess that you've watched the World Club Challenge, Dennis. What did you make of Leeds' performance in that game?
Again, it's a tough ask. They had a couple of injuries up front, but I think they went there with with a plan. They came out, and for the first, like say, first half of the game, it was a little pretty nip and tuck. Like they just ran out of a little bit of energy, and they got rolled by a very big, well-drilled, outstanding team. But I think they did some real good stuff in there, and they can be proud of the certain efforts they put in. And then it's a tough thing to do. And like I say, against the side, and they put out a pretty impressive team, Melbourne as well. But it was a big ask. We thought they went hard for a bit, but we just ran out of steam.
And presumably coming back from that and coming back from Australia is a tough thing to do as well. So perhaps you get the slight advantage this week, whereas last week you were slightly disadvantaged.
You never know, do you? Maybe it works itself out in the wash, doesn't it?
What about the Leeds team generally, Dennis? There's a lot of strike power in that. Some people you know well from the World Cup, like Callum Watkins, Ryan Hall, so that they can hurt you, can't they?
They don't win as many grand finals as they've won. They don't come through the adversity they come through the last 3 or 4 years with what happened at their training ground, where they finished in the table, the players that they've lost along the way, and the players they've had to replace, without actually having a real good leadership in place, good management, good coaches, people that have got good direction, everybody knows their job there, and they come out and they win. And they win when they're not playing well, and they win when they need to win, and it shows a champion side, and that's what we're facing. We're not facing a side who's had to travel around the world, that's just making up the numbers. We've taken a side that's been out. Everybody would swap their places with Leeds if they had the opportunity to go out to Australia and play in a World Club Challenge after winning the grand final last year. You'd swap your places with anybody, and they've had a good start this year. They've got a couple of wins on the board already, so they're not in a bad place.